Hey guys, what's up? It's Mitch here, and I'm here with Nick Hall. You guys remember him from my top 10 video? Say
And
hi.
if you haven't seen that video, which I'm very surprised if you didn't, then go back in the playlist and watch it.
No, even
or
better.
if,
Even
or
better,
if,
I'll put it in the description below. There, that's done. So, for this video, since the Stanley Cup is like what, 2 days away?
at least yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our predictions, our picks, see who's gonna win. So, Nick, if you would like to start, who do you think has the best chance and how many games? Who do you think's gonna win and how many games?
I'm gonna go with the Chicago Blackhawks, which, in case you guys don't know, it's gonna be the Chicago Blackhawks and Tampa Bay Lightning. And I'm gonna say Chicago Blackhawks in six games because they've really came through in tight spots. I mean, I thought were down and out against Anaheim, but they quickly proved up to the challenge that it takes more than just 5 games just to eliminate them. I would be very surprised if they actually lost the series. Yes, Tampa Bay has a lot of firepower in like offense and defense. I know Ben Bishop's a real big threat on the goaltending side,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like even their best scorers can probably solve him. But it's just going to take a lot of luck and a lot of perseverance just to
Right.
get a hold. Yeah,
Now with the Blackhawks, they've been in the Stanley Cup for like 4 times out of 6 years. Is that right?
at least.
Yeah. I mean, they have more experience. They have more experienced players like Patrick Kane, Jonathan Tage, the goalie Crawford. I'm killing forgetting his first name, but I don't care.
Corey Crawford.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm just. So anyway, so you have them in six, correct?
I have him in 6. It's possible they could go to 7, but I highly doubt it. I had him at 7 originally, but I don't see it happening.
I mean,
If
from
they prove me wrong, I'll be very surprised.
right. I mean, I think a lot more people are gonna pick Chicago Blackhawks like you and myself because they're more experienced. They players, and the most important reason that I want Blackhawks to win, I'm pretty sure you do too. Chemo Timonen. As you guys didn't know, Nick and I are huge Flyers fans, and we want Timonen to win a ring, and I mean Stanley Cup, not ring. It's not NBA, but yeah, you said he was 40, right? 40
He
years
was
old.
40, yeah. Fun fact, he was actually born. But yeah, there is a fun fact that he was actually born the same year the Flyers ended up winning the Cup.
Now that's ironic. Yeah, you and I were just talking about that. I mean, yeah, Timonen needs to step up his game, even though he doesn't get a lot of playing time. I just want him to
Mm.
see. I want to see him on the ice, playing, winning. I mean, the worst way I can see this Stanley Cup being a failure if the Blackhawks don't show up. If they don't show up, then it's over. Done with. I'm not watching because I heard that this Stanley Cup wouldn't be as good as Chicago Blackhawks, New York Rangers, because they have all the fan base, they got all the publicity. Tampa Bay hasn't been in the Stanley Cup since
2004.
04.
Yeah, 04. And that was also the same year they won it.
Oh yeah, they did win that. I forgot.
So
So,
it's been about 11 years since they've last made a Cup final, and they're going to be pretty hungry for that Cup again.
oh my God, yeah, I hear you on that. I mean now, yeah, the Flyers are a different story. Yeah, they're still hungry, but yeah, they'll get there in a couple years. But
Or maybe more.
by the way they're going now, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, they're going now, and the championship for golf.
Now, what was I gonna say? Tampa Bay, yeah. I mean, this is Blackhawks time. They're they're a dynasty. That's all I gotta say.
They are
Dynasty,
dynasty.
dynasty, dynasty, dynasty. Think of who's the. I was going to say like the Miami Heat in the NBA. They were a dynasty at that one point until
Mm.
LeBron left and all that. I mean, dynasties
We
usually
don't talk
win.
about LeBron.
Huh?
So we don't talk about LeBron.
I'm not. I'm not. Don't worry. Different sport. I don't know how he even comes up, but yeah. I mean, you go to the Yankees. They're a dynasty. They won 26. It's been proven. What, 26 or 28?
It's probably something. You're pretty. I think you're close. I think it's
And
27, but I could be wrong.
right, I mean, I just want Blackhawks to win. I want Team to get a win. I want just the Blackhawks organization to win this. I'm a huge fan of the Blackhawks. Also, I don't think I told you this. The main reason I like the Blackhawks, don't judge me here, it's because of a former WWE superstar, CM Punk. He's from Chicago. I'm a big fan of him. So, yeah, it just piles on.
Mm.
You a big fan of them or no?
Well, when it comes down to the wire, not necessarily, but since they acquired Tiemann in a trade, I mean, I was going to root for whatever team that Tiemann ended up. If the Lightning ended up picking him up as opposed to Chicago, then I'd be picking the Lightning over the Blackhawks,
I
just
mean,
for the sheer fact that he was a part of the Lightning, and
well,
he'd also be winning it alongside Matt Carl and Brandon Coburn. Which, fun fact, they were also both Flyers, and Coburn was dealt earlier this year. I think it was like in March
yeah, I think so.
and then Carl was re-signed by Tampa Bay a couple years or a year back or so.
Right, right. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that if Timonen was on the Tampa Bay Lightning, I would still go with the Blackhawks because I don't think the Lightning have it yet. I don't think they have it yet. I mean, who's their best player? Stamkos?
They have Stamkos. They had St. Louis, but he got traded. They have Callahan. They have Ben Bishop's a real big problem with a lot of offenses in the league. I mean, the last time I can't remember. New York had a tough time solving them. It's just like with such a high-powered offense, it's like and especially with how Tampa Bay's defensive unit is. Like I don't know how they are compared to Chicago's. I know Chicago's pretty good with defense,
Mm-hmm. I
but
mean, when you have Timonen, yeah, your defense stock goes up.
well, it does go up if he doesn't screw up or doesn't if he shows up.
I
Because I
mean,
know he screwed up.
the Blackhawks are just all around great team. They have the wings, they got the forwards, they got the defensive players, and don't they have that one guy who's like a real big fighter, like who loves to fight?
What was it, Duncan Keith or something?
I think it was him. I think it's Duncan Keith. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have that player who's willing to fight, willing to sacrifice yourself and go. I mean, yeah. Now, if you guys agree with us, like below, comment below. We love to hear your interests. And yeah, don't forget
Yeah,
to what?
let us know if you guys can, let us know who you think's going to win the series. Do you think Tampa Bay is going to win? Do you think Chicago's going to win? You know, how many games is it going to take? It's going to take 5 games. It's going to take 6 games. We'll take all 7. I mean, we're just saying here, like we're saying 6. Did you say? Wait, how many games did you say?
I said 6.
So we're both going to be going with 6. It's possible it could go to 7. Who knows? If you guys,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a fan of either team. If you just want to make a bold prediction, say I mean, make sure obviously say like, oh, I'm going to be going for Lightning or Chicago. Just don't say, oh, I picked this team in 6. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Or the series will go to 6 games. This series will go to 7 games. Yes, but who's going to be the winner of it?
I mean, most numbers of games that are predicted are mostly 6. It's mostly
Mostly
6 or
6.
7. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
highly, highly unlikely if it's a sweep, if it's a 5. Well, 5 is common, but you,
Five's the common one.
you never hear 1, you never hear 2, you never hear 3, you never hear
No,
0.
no, no. You can't. It's impossible to win.
I know,
in
that's why I
3
said you
games.
never hear
Yeah,
them.
yeah. 4, 5, and 6 are common numbers. 4 is a very rare number you'll ever hear. That's like a complete series sweep. Like Lightning would have to bring up their AHL team and like playing them as opposed to like their big stars, or their big stars would have to be hurt in
Mhm.
order to only for the Chicago to win in 4 games. But even so, I don't think that's very unlikely. 5 games, I could see it. 6 games is probably the max. If it goes to 7, it goes to 7.
Right, right. I mean, yeah. You got anything else to say about that?
I mean, you're going up against high-powered offenses, high-powered defenses. Well, even not high-powered defenses, but high-powered offenses. Ben Bishop's a real tall goalie, standing 6'5". He came over from, I believe it was Ottawa
I think it was
for
Ottawa. Yeah.
yeah, he came over from Ottawa, which I'm kind of surprised I let him go because that's weird.
Why would you let a 6'5" goalie go?
Exactly. It's like us getting rid of Anthony Stollers, and he hasn't even seen any playing time yet, other than the preseason. But
Yeah.
he's probably going to be the future goaltender of the Flyers, so keep that up for all you Flyer fans out there.
All right.
But no, yeah, Ben Bishop's the 6'5" goaltender, and he's got a lot of. Well, yeah, he has a lot of skill on his own, and he is pretty reliable. He is like the Steve Mason of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, he has his games, but for the most part, he's pretty on par with a lot of the shots that go his way. I haven't seen him crack under. I mean, I've seen him under pressure before. I've seen him in different situations. He does pretty good for the most part. I mean, even some of the high-powered offenses, had trouble with them. Take for example the Rangers. Otherwise, it'd be the Rangers in the final, not the Lightning. But Tampa Bay does have a high-powered offense, and I expect the series to go to at least 6 games, and hopefully, it'll be the Blackhawks that come out victorious. And if it isn't, then I'd be quite surprised.
Right.
And I'd also be quite surprised if it went to 7 games.
I mean, I just want to see like the Las Vegas bet spread. Like, I want to see that who they have winning.
The people in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look that up a little later. We could probably keep you guys. Probably Mitch. Could you probably link, or could you link that and see if people could figure it out?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll link that. If I find it, I'll link it down below. I'll show you guys the results. So, yeah. I mean, we both have Blackhawks in 6. Let us know who you got in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe. That little purple button right there. Don't forget about that. And also, before I sign off, I would like to say one thing. I would like to congratulate you, Nick, on getting that job at Arby's. Dude,
Oh, thank you.
that's a great thing. I'm sure all my subscribers and who's ever watching this are proud of you and want you to succeed. So, congrats.
Thank you.
I mean, it's hard
I'm
getting.
here all week. It is very hard getting a job.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I know we're kind of shifting gears here a little bit, but I'm going to go a little bit into it. Like, for the longest time, like, this is a little bit about me, and you guys are going to get to know a little bit about me the more videos we do. And just a little fun fact between Mitch and I and you guys, obviously, um, I do other videos besides just sports. We'll be doing, I think, do you have a video game maybe in mind that we might maybe we'll do like a review of some kind at some point?
Right, right. I mean, you and I
Or,
got to think about one.
then we got Q&As that are going to be coming up. I don't know when that'll be, but
Yeah, we got that. So, yeah, congrats to
and
you. Yeah, you were saying?
and but yeah, like I was saying, like I had started out once I graduated high school. I went straight into college, and me and Mitch were part of the same program. And what happened was they were trying to find us all jobs. And originally, thought I was going to take up the stock position over Target because it was available. But because of the fact that I didn't really have like any like college experience or like really the right sources to like go out and try and find a job. It's like I had to turn it down. And then I was like, I tried looking over the winter for that same year, and I couldn't find anything. And for the spring, I tried looking for jobs there, but I was so overloaded with 5 classes, and like all of last summer was like terrifying because of the fact that I couldn't find a job, and people started getting well, not really people that I know, but like some of my people I knew like were like, why didn't you have a job, blah blah blah. It was really weird summer that last year, and then the past semester and break and spring semester, I took up the 5 classes. That was way too overwhelming, and just some future college advice for people who are still in high school watching this: do not take 5 classes. You will regret it.
All right.
And eventually, the first 2 weeks in the summer, I had gone to a whole bunch of different places that were including stock and cashier and all that, and it only took that second visit that I went to Arby's that they phoned me up. It was a Wednesday of last week, and they said, hey, would you be interested in coming in for an interview? And I was like, sure. So then I had an interview with the hiring manager, and we talked, and He said that, why should I hire you? The usual spiel. You're going to go through the same thing when you guys go out and get jobs, or if you haven't had one already, or if you're still going out there and looking. But, and then he was like, yeah, orientation is tomorrow. And I thought, now originally I thought the orientation was part of the job interviewing process, so I wasn't sure if I had the job or not. So, just to keep a key for you people out there, if you ever get invited to an orientation for a job, consider the fact that you're likely hired. Because I went to orientation the next night and I got my uniform, the hat. I mean, the other stuff I had to buy on my own, but yeah. A lot of people start out in fast food. I mean, you guys can start out really wherever you want. I'm starting out as a cashier personally, but if depends on what you are and what you like. But hey, go out there and go for it. And you know what? The best time is now in the summer because like a lot of places have been hiring, and I know like in the middle of summer it's not all that great because like there's still people that are home from college.
Hmm.
But like, and then another good time's at the end of the summer because a lot of people are going back to college, and they're going to be losing all the or a lot of their workers because of college because you're so far away. Or if you're in high school, well, high school it depends because
High school is
unless you're
different.
high
You
school's
got
different.
sports.
You got sports, but even then, I mean, it's negotiable. But for most part, it's the beginning of summer for college people, which is like in the beginning of May, which is like your best time if you don't find anything there. Probably not your best idea to be going looking in like June, July because chances are you're not going to get anything.
All
And
right.
then in
There.
August, at the end of August, that'll be another good time. And I think before the holidays is another great time. So there you go. There's before or when you get out for college, if you're in college, which is in May, or if you're still in high school and you want to go looking in May as opposed to June, because competition gets fierce in June when a lot of schools graduate when it comes to high school. College is much worse, but
Okay.
tale for another time. And then the end of summer, because people are going back to college, if they're away from home, etc. Another great time. And then before the holidays, because you got Black Friday, you got Christmas shopping that's all throughout the month of November and December. Yeah, that's enough of my spiel. Anything you have to say or add?
Um, no, I would like to say thank you for helping people out there who might be getting jobs. So yeah, if you want to learn how to get a job, just comment below. We'll be sure to help you. So yeah,
And if you want, we may do a video on like different tips and tricks.
yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot. So maybe.
So keep an eye out in the future for a video of job interviewing tips or just job tips in general.
Okay. So I'm sure you enjoy the our predictions. Comment below. Last time I'm gonna say it. Comment below. Subscribe. And yeah, MK out.
See ya.